Welcome to the Wild to Mile podcast with me, your host, Bethan and
And me, your host, Nicole O'Brien.
Welcome.
Welcome back, guys.
Right, guys, I've got a face mask on because it's that time of the month. It's literally just started this morning and I'm actually over it right now. Like, I'm genuinely over it. I cannot even.
Yeah, and I'm also really ill, so sorry we're starting off now on this note.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the episode of Friends where Phoebe is like, oh, I want to sing like sexier, so she makes herself sound sick?
No?
Oh no, that's literally like, I feel like I'm chatting kind of like a man right now. Like my voice is so low. I just sound so ill, but kind of sexy vibes, no?
Yeah, sexy. Like, what's it called? I don't know. Ignore us. I've got brain fog. Ignore us. Let's just start there.
Let's just start there. So tell me, you've had a busy week. I've had a busy week.
Oh my God, yeah. So I went on a brand trip with Fake Bake this week. It was so good. We went to somewhere, listen to this, we went to somewhere called Penis Cola.
No, you didn't.
Swear to
Is that
God.
what it was called?
Penis Cola, yeah, swear to God.
What?
I know. But yeah, it was so good. It was so nice. And do you know what, right? You know, like obviously on these brand trips, right? Like I haven't been on many, but I have heard that on these brand trips, like they really work you. Like apparently the itinerary is back to back to back to back. Like you are, like you've just got no time to even think, right? This Fake Bake trip was it felt like girls' holiday.
Oh,
it was the most chilled, relaxed, genuinely had the best time ever. Not one bad word to say about it. I really, really loved every single second of it. And yeah, it was just fantastic. I do feel like I've had a holiday, honestly. But I'm knackered though. I've come back off the holiday and I'm like, I'm tired. I just want to sleep.
I know. You did a lot of travel though. Like your travel was a bit late and getting in and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like so basically we travelled late at 9 o'clock and then we flew into Stansted. So then it was like an hour drive. But then we were sat on the plane for so long, like because the tunnel that they attached to the door couldn't attach. So then they had to set up all the cones downstairs. So we just had to sit and the plane was sweating.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, I know.
Couldn't. That would send me under.
Someone shouted "Bing bong" on the plane.
Did they?
Just some random man just shouted "Bing bong."
What is it? Bing bong, catch me. No, what? Not catch me outside. What was that thing?
Catch me outside. How about that?
I don't know. What was it though? Bing bong. It was a TikTok.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. It was a TikTok like 2 years ago.
Oh,
TikTok sound.
How was your week, anyways?
Oh, manic. Basically, I had my sister over and we went to Coldplay. This has been my dream for years. So I spent 5 hours getting tickets for Coldplay last year, couldn't get them. And then an amazing company called the Green Room Experience invited me like 2 months ago. And I was crying. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to Coldplay. And when I tell you, it was the best night of my life.
Really?
Of my life.
I seen the videos on your story and I was like, oh my God, that looks so cute. With everyone with the little... I love it when concerts do the little wristband thing with the lights. That's my favourite thing. I don't know why everyone doesn't do that.
I know. It was so special. And to like be there with my sister and everything, it was just so nice. So that was like... I got to bring a +1 and she's such a big fan, so that was like her birthday present.
Gorgy.
So it was so amazing. And then we went to go see the Great Gatsby musical, which was really good.
Nice.
Corbin Bleu was in that, the guy in High School Musical. He's one of the main characters in High School Musical.
Do you know what? I'm not a High School Musical person. I'm not gonna lie. I know. Do you know what I feel really like? So even when I was on the trip, like they were talking about they were singing a song and it could have been from High School Musical or That's So Raven or something like something to do with Disney Channel, right? And I was just like, no, I'm a Cartoon Network kind of girl.
Yeah,
I was an Ed and Eddie kind of girl, you know what I mean?
I used to
or
love
Jimmy
it.
Neutron.
Yeah.
You know something like that. I wasn't
I used to love them. That's so funny. But yeah, anyway, it was weird like seeing him in the flesh because like, do you ever see the movie? Well, you probably, if you're not into Disney, jump in with the Double Dutch. Like that was my favourite movie with Corbin Bleu. So he was amazing, and Amber Davies from Love Island was one of the main characters. She was 10 out of 10. Very talented woman. And then excuse me, then we went for like dinners and stuff like that, and then we went out the night after. But when I tell you, like, I was so mentally drained, like being an empath, like you feel everyone else's energy and stuff.
Yeah.
So being in a stadium of 80,000 people, I can't describe to you how exhausted I was
right
after that, because everyone, and I was obviously crying through the whole concert because I was so emotional. So it was a lot, but it was like the best experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, and now I'm sick because
you've
it's
obviously
just been
caught
a
something,
lot.
and then I'm going to catch something, and then someone else is going to catch something, and we're just going to pass it around. We're going to pass it to the NTAs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got the NTAs now this week on Wednesday.
I know, and it's the 30th birthday apparently. I haven't looked into that, so don't quote us, but apparently it's the 30th birthday. It's a big NTAs event, and this is the first time I've ever been in the NTAs.
Yeah, I went years ago. It was good.
Right.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm really excited. So I'm going with fake bake.
Yeah, we're going with fake bake. It'll be so fun. And just to get all glammed up. I still haven't chosen a dress or anything. This is typical me, like so lastminute.com.
Yeah.
With all this, but it'll be amazing.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
It's like this week is just so busy again. But very grateful. But
so
I just
grateful.
would love a rest.
Can't believe it. You know what I just wish? I wish I had like, I feel like my energy's so low.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what's actually like making, like, I feel like that's what's like annoying us at the moment, because like I'm having all these amazing, like even when I went on the fake bake trip and I've came back, like I feel so drained where I never used to feel drained from being around like people. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now that I feel like I'm older, I just feel like I'm so like, I feel my social battery like depleting. Like whereas like back when I was younger, I remember like I used to feel energized around people. Whereas now I feel like I'm such an introvert. Obviously, like last week I went to the doctors, I got I got put on anxiety medication, whatever. And she said, and I say to her, I said, like, when I'm around people, I feel very introverted.
Yeah.
And then she was saying, like, typing it up, and she was like, feels very introverted around in social dynamics. And I was like, this was never me. Like, I don't understand how, like, I know everyone changes, like, and you do change as a person, but I feel like I've changed in a way, like, I don't like that about myself now.
Yeah, but I see in TikTok, and it said neurodivergent people become extremely drained just after one social setting. Brilliant. They need like 3 weeks to like recover.
Brilliant.
And and then someone actually commented, because I had a TikTok up about that like 2 months ago, and I seen someone commented this morning, because I was saying getting drained in social settings, and they were like, if you suffer from anxiety, it takes so much to like build yourself up to go to these things, that then when you get there you're absolutely depleted,
right? And
then when you leave you're depleted.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but
how do we fix it?
That's what I mean. I don't know. And this is the thing, like when I was on the trip with the girls, it felt so good. Like I was really, like I was really enjoying myself when I was there. Like we're having such a laugh. Like me and Abba were crying, laughing a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Abba turned around and was like, I'm gonna get abs from this trip because of you. I was like,
love
there
that.
we go.
Love
that. But this is what I mean. Like there was never a point on the holiday. So this is what it, like, that's probably the like difficulty that I have in my brain, where I'm like, why do I feel like this when I didn't feel like that when I was on the trip? Like, it doesn't make sense to us anymore.
Yeah.
Like, when I go to these events and I'm having such a good time, and then I come back and I'm like, how do I feel? Like, when you went to Coldplay, like, how do you feel depleted when you had such an amazing time? Like, in my head, it's not sinking in. You know what I mean?
I think it's when you give so much emotionally, though.
Oh.
When you're like, that's what it was for me, is that I was just like crying.
Right.
I was giving everything emotionally. Do you
that
know
makes
what I
sense,
mean?
but I was laughing all the time, so.
Yeah, but then I feel like.
Does that not reach? You would think that would recharge,
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm sick of trying to figure this out, honestly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we literally, I feel like, let's just not try and figure it out anymore.
Yeah, let's not.
Because I feel like that's the draining part, is trying to figure it out, what the hell is wrong
I know.
with us and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the fucking draining part.
I know, like, I actually think, like, every single day we're always on this podcast going,
no.
what's wrong with me?
Yeah, I know. And the listeners are probably like, oh God, here we go
shut
again.
up. Yeah.
Here we go again. Two problematic girlies.
Literally, that's genuinely how I'm starting to feel, though. Like, I'm starting to feel problematic in my own life.
I know.
This
but we're
needs
going to
to
reframe the mindset.
Yeah,
it's going to be a great week.
Yeah, defo.
And we've got some amazing things on this episode. So obviously we've started off since last week doing little snippets of Am I the Villain? Green flag, red flag.
Dilemmas.
So we're going to do one a week, because I think last week's episode was quite long. It was an hour.
Well, yeah, it was an hour. I mean, did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like the hour episode? We were rambling on, probably. We're back and forward like, oh, we're going to get cancelled.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, I can't believe I said that. I should crop that out. And then I was like, do you know what?
raw
and unfiltered.
Yeah.
Like, that's just us anyway. So I was like, let's just upload it how it is.
Yeah.
You guys have actually, oh my God, guys, you sent in the loveliest messages to the Instagram. Yesterday, we checked them and we were both crying.
Yeah, I know, you literally made us cry.
Like, you made us cry.
Someone was going through a really hard time, and they said that we were getting them through it, and
the big sisters.
The big sisters. Oh my God, we were both bawling on the sofa.
We were crying.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like you love the unfiltered side.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important for us to be like that.
Is.
So we leave in all the buts and the M's and the maybes and the blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so should we get on to Am I the Villain?
Yeah,
This week's Am I the Villain?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, guys. What you sent in is so good as well.
I know. Right, so let's have a look.
I mean, good in terms of good content, but awful of what you're going through. I'm so sorry.
I know. Right, okay. So this is how it starts.
Okay.
Hi, girls. I need your help because my friend had a bit of a fallout, and I'm wondering, am I the villain? So I've got a friend who was always, in capital letters, late, and I'm not exaggerating, like 20 minutes late, but usually it's closer to an hour. That's a little bit mad.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's mad. The other week we arranged to meet for food, and I ended up sitting in the restaurant for 45 minutes before she turned up. I was fuming, so I said something. I wish you told me what she said.
Oh,
I know. I wish you put that in. She straight away got offensive. Oh my God. Defensive. She straight away got defensive and said, I can't help it. I've got ADHD. Time gets away from me. So I told her, I do understand that ADHD is real, but it's not fair that I'm constantly left waiting. I even said, if you know time is hard for you, then you should be planning better, and it's not an excuse to be disrespectful. And now she's upset, telling me I don't get her struggles and that I'm being really harsh and unsupportive. What do you think? Am I the villain?
I don't think you're the villain. I've had this happen before.
Yeah.
And so have you.
Yeah, same.
I don't think you're the villain. I think if you have ADHD and if you're neurodivergent and you need to figure out ways to manage that, to not be disrespectful to other people. Obviously, they understand what you're going through. But I had a friend who was always doing this. And like, I'm busy. I cannot be waiting an hour for you. And... yeah, I don't think you're the villain. It's
like it's basically makes you feel like they're putting their time, and their time is more important than yours. And I've got ADHD myself. Like, I'm clinically diagnosed. I've had physical examinations. I am diagnosed ADHD. I'm meant to be on medication, but I'm not. And I set timers. I set timers to make sure that I'm not late. 10 minutes late, yeah, fair enough. Like, sometimes the time does get away from you. But when you look at the clock and you recognise that you're late and you're like, oh my God, I'm late. I've got to leave in 10 minutes. If you're then late after that, you're actively choosing, because you've looked at the clock and went, right, I'm 10 minutes late. And then you actively choose to make other decisions, like do a different hairstyle or do this with your makeup, like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or like you're choosing what outfit to wear, and you're back and forward choosing what outfit to wear, or you're cleaning the dishes before you leave, like you're actively then choosing to be late, I think.
Yeah.
And for me, like I say, I set timers and I schedule my whole calendar, and I'm like looking at a calendar constantly.
You're so good for the calendar. So like, I love like doing like lists and things like that, and like time stamping everything. And Bethan put me onto this like calendar app. Is it just Google Calendar?
It's Google Calendar, yeah.
Yeah, but it's all like color coded, and you've got all your timestamps and you've got everything in there. And I think like you need to figure out how to manage it.
Yeah.
In terms of like your time, and also be like, if you've got dinner booked for 5, put it in for 4:30. And then if you end up getting there for 10 to 5, you're 10 minutes early. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to figure out how to manage it. I don't think you're the villain in terms of having a go at her for this, because
for 45 minutes is actually what, like, I get it, like 10 minutes late, the odd like 5-10 minutes late, or 15 minutes late. Like, I get it. That's not really... It would be very annoying, and at the end of the day, like, it's not like we want to come for the person who's saying that they're late, and like we're not coming for that person either, because at the end of the day, like, that, I understand it is really hard to have ADHD. It's like it is a struggle, but at the same time, like, you're gonna lose all your friends.
Yeah, you will.
If you aren't actively making choices that are like respectful to your friends, your friends are not going to stick around,
No.
because who's going to stick around every single day but getting late 45 minutes every single time you meet someone? Every single time you meet someone, it's getting moved back, Your friends are going to go, right, I'm actually sick of this, because now you're showing that you don't actually give a fuck about my time and my energy and my yours is more important.
Yeah, but that's exactly what it seems like. And
but
like,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
you get sick of it. Like, we've both had friends who were like this, and after years of being friends with this person, I would like try and help them, but I was just like, I can't deal with this anymore. Like, I understand what you're going through, but she lost all of her friends because of it. This was like one element of what went on, but I was just like, oh my god.
And it's so sad.
Frustrating.
Yeah, it is sad, but at the same time, it's like, it's just one of those things. Like I say, you know, you can't tell people how to be. Like, if you don't want to, like, if you don't want to put in the effort for the other person, especially if they voiced it, then there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, the fact that you've said that you understand, but it is one of those, it's like a really difficult, like, situation, isn't it? Because you don't want to dismiss someone's, you know, mental illness.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've got ADHD as well, and I understand.
Yeah.
It is frustrating.
It is frustrating.
It is disrespectful.
Yeah. They just need to figure out how to manage their time better. And as you said, and I agree, they will end up losing friends, unfortunately. Because you just have to respect other people's time. And I don't think you can blame everything on ADHD. Like, yes, if you have it, I get it. And I get how it's frustrating, and you need to figure out the tools. And that's what it is, the tools of life and how to navigate it. And I know that can be overwhelming and things like that. But at the end of the day, you need to figure that for yourself. And, like, again, for the people around you. And it's not easy. But your friend seems to understand of what you're going through. But you just can't be disrespectful and keep doing this. Because it's just lousy. So we don't think you're the villain.
No, I don't think you're the villain at all. But then I don't think that they're the villain. But I do think that there's an element. I just think 45 minutes is...
That's taking the piss.
Yeah, I just think 45 minutes is mad. I think, 10, 15 minutes late, like, your time's getting away from you. I understand that. But you sat in a restaurant for 45 minutes every time.
I would lose my shit.
Yeah.
45
and then
minutes.
also this gives, like, this is what the stigma of, like, people, so, like, obviously people go, oh, everyone's got ADHD. Like, this is what is causing stigma for people who have got ADHD as well, like, using it as an excuse, because you can say, listen, I struggle with this, blah blah blah. But for example, like, body doubling for me, I get on better when I'm body doubling. So then I put myself in environments where I can body double. Do you know what I mean? So that's me. That's then helped that
like doing
part
tasks
of doing the
like
tasks
that.
And stuff. Like, I'll be, like, with you, and I'll be doing the tasks with you, or I'll, like, take my laptop and I'll go and sit in a coffee shop or something so I can get things done. Do you know what I mean? So, like, there's ways and means about it. And if you go, like, I obviously do there's, like, a coaching with ADHD 360 where you can literally go into, like, seminars and stuff like that, and they talk to you about, and they basically, like, there's loads of articles you can read which, like, literally there's, like, proven studies to help with ADHD. So, like, I'm researching all the time on how to navigate my neurodivergent brain. Do you know what I mean? So I think for me, I can see it from a place of, like, I am actively trying to work and find different ways how to navigate it. So now that I know that you can navigate things like that, it's just a bit, it's a bit lousy, like.
Yeah, I think people may get overwhelmed and, like, with all the tools out there, but unfortunately you need to just apply some of them. And as you said, body doubling is such a big thing, and just time stamping and color coding and loads of different things that you can do. Maybe take, like, 2 to 3 little tools so you don't overwhelm yourself, but definitely try, like, get some tools to figure out how to manage this. Because if you're just going through life without any tools, it's so overwhelming. It's a lot. You feel like you're behind constantly. Life is just too much. So
I also think as well, like, well, I mean, obviously it's kind of more directed at that the other girl, but like, I feel like finding people who have also got ADHD and who understand as well, who are not judgmental too, because you can then talk about it and like share like tips and stuff with each other. Sorry, there was a car outside.
There was a car. Yeah.
Didn't know if they heard it, but
yeah. So you're not a villain. You're not a villain, right? Which should we do now? Green flag, red flag.
Yeah, we'll do green flag, red flag.
Ooh.
Okay, do you want to read it?
Which one is it? There's
That
loads
one.
here.
Yeah, just that thing.
This
that
one?
highlighted one. Yeah.
Okay. I've been seeing this guy for a little while, and one thing he does every single time we go out is insist on paying for absolutely everything. I'm talking meals, drinks, taxis, even little things like grabbing a coffee. At first, I thought it was sweet and generous. Yeah, cute.
Yeah, love that, queen.
Queen, pop off. Who doesn't love being treated, right? But after a while, it started to feel a bit awkward. Even if I suggest splitting the bill, he kind of gets offended, like I'm rejecting him by trying to pay my way.
Surely not.
I know. But also, I kind of get it. Okay, wait now. Some of my friends say it's a green flag because he shows he's a provider and he wants to look after me. But others say it could actually be a red flag, a subtle form of control because he's always the one holding the power when it comes to money. I'm stuck between appreciating the gesture and worrying about what it might mean in the long term. Is this a green flag or a red flag?
I'm going to say a green flag because I just think, you know what, if you found a man who actually wants to provide, then that's like his thing. Like if he wants to provide, then that's a green flag. But if he's using it to control, then it's a red flag. Do you know what I mean? But you how would you know?
It's hard to know because I think for me, like I really struggle, let's say on dates, like I hate them paying at the very beginning, but I think for me that's like me showing that like I'm an independent woman and I want to pay my way, but then I start off on the wrong foot because then they expect me to pay moving forward. I think if this guy is like, I want to pay, yes, it can feel uncomfortable, and I get that. Like I would feel a bit uncomfortable with that because I would think, is he trying to take control? But after being on the other foot where I end up paying for dates quite a lot in the past, I would say that this is a green flag. And I think it may be a little bit controlling. It just depends how he acts after.
Yeah, like I feel like it's
holding
just
it against you or anything. I don't know.
I feel like if he holds things like against you, or I feel like the thing is, if you're like making your own money and you go to work and you've got your own like source of like financial income and stability, then how can it really be a form of control? Because you can walk away anytime you want because you've got your own job and you're literally like, do you know what I mean? But then at the same time, it's like if he's providing a certain type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I just had an instant, you know, like just an answer like that.
Yeah,
I'm always
I know.
dipping in between it. Oh, I don't know. Yes, I know. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it's good to weigh up both sides.
Yeah.
Like that's important here. I feel like for me, I would think this is a green flag just reading this. But if he like holds it against you down the line, which I have seen happen, where people will end up splitting up and then he'll be like, well, I paid for this, I paid for that. And then I've had a friend who this happened to, and the ex then sent her receipts for him to pay, for her to pay him back for everything. I swear to God. Yeah. He bought her like an expensive bag. And he was like, I need the money back, or give me the bag back, and
but that's
things like
so
that.
Especially if it was a gift, that's crazy.
It's crazy, but people become
behaviour.
bitter like when they break up. So just be wary of how he actually acts, and hope that this is like just a general like
the way
gesture
that he is,
of like being kind and not using it for the long-term effects of trying to control you.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long you guys are together. But yeah, for me, off the bat, I would say this is a green flag.
Yeah, and I think as well, I think as long as you always have, like, I feel like it would start becoming a red flag if he's kind of like, you know, ushering you to like quit your job and like he look after you and things like that. I feel like that becomes a little bit more of a red flag because you need to have your own financial independence and not rely. You need to be able to not rely on him. You know what I mean?
Like, look at this as like getting treats, but like not like, how do I describe it? Like
relying.
Just not relying on this. So looking at it as like extra little treats.
Listen, you deserve the princess treatment, Gorge.
Exactly.
Gorge girl, you deserve the princess dreaming.
You do. And I know you say, like, you're worrying about what it might mean long term. I mean, so you obviously haven't been together quite long. But...
Yeah, it could only be worrying if you then don't have a financial stability yourself.
Yeah.
That would be the only worrying thing, because, or if he was to like hold it against you, but I think it's like one of those things that it's I don't know.
You're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But I think, green flag, I think, for the time being. Just be wary if it does end up being like a controlling situation, and if he like pushes you away from working and your friends and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But for now, it's actually cool and cute.
Cool and cute. And you're getting treated like a princess.
Yeah,
okay?
cool and cute. Cool and cute.
So we're going to go on to a dilemma someone sent in.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I remember briefly reading this a while ago.
Oh.
It's wild.
Okay. So my best friend has been dating this guy for a few months now, and on the surface he seems great. He's polite, he gets on with everyone, he makes her laugh, all of that. But there's a problem. Oh my God. A couple of months before they actually got together, we were all on a night out, and he drunkenly tried to kiss me. I pushed him away.
This is bad.
Straight away, because obviously I would never go there, but I didn't tell my friend at the time because it felt like one of those stupid drunken mistakes that didn't mean anything. Now though, every time I see them together, it's in the back of my mind. I don't know if I should tell her, because on one hand I feel like she deserves to know everything about who she's dating. On the other hand, it was before they were official. It only happened once, and might just, oh God, I can't read. And it might just be,
it might just cause unnecessary drama and ruin the relationship.
Yeah. Do I stay quiet because it was in the past and it didn't go anywhere, or do I tell her and risk blowing everything up, and maybe even losing my best friend in the process?
That is wild.
That's crazy. That the thing is though, so like for me personally, like say if it wasn't really let's have a look, like think. So if it wasn't really a thing, like they weren't official and they were just dating, why did the friend not tell her in that stage? Like this is what's frustrating, because it's like you should have told her. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think you should have told her as well.
Because like for instance, if you were dating someone, I would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But like, no offense, we've kind of made it a little bit worse by not telling her at the time.
I know.
But we'll get through it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I think you have to tell her, because this is going to weigh heavy on you.
Yeah.
And you're going to be so uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And yes, like, I feel like if I was your friend and this happened, I would be like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, the blame will be, and I don't know why this is, and it really annoys me, but the blame is on the woman. But this is not your fault, because he kissed you, right? Mm-hmm. I hope that your friend doesn't fall out with you. I really hope that she has enough common sense to like look at the fella. You know what I've just realised? Why are men always putting women in these positions? I know. It's mad. Constantly. It's like, absolutely ridiculous. Is the one, like, say for instance, like totally off topic here, but for instance, like if somebody, say for example, if somebody DM'd someone and they had on that profile that they've got a girlfriend and a kid and all of this in the profile picture, but then they're messaging like someone like being like, you're so fit and sexy, and then like, why would it be that the woman's fault? Yeah, like it would be the woman's fault if the woman was to expose this man. Like the woman would be getting backlash for exposing what the man's done. It's like, it makes my blood boil. I just don't understand why that always is the case. The woman is always blamed. Why is that? Yeah, but we're not getting into it. Yeah, we won't get into that now. Because I cannot. I'm literally on a period. I cannot. You'll be ill. Yeah. But I personally think like it probably should have been a conversation that happened a bit earlier, because now I think feelings are going to be a lot more involved, and sometimes like women are besotted a little bit, and they're in this like mindset where like they just want to believe everything that the boy says. Like for example, like I've definitely been in a position where like
someone could tell me something. I could literally be getting DMs left, right and centre about my boyfriend, this, and then I'll believe him if I've got no evidence or no proof. Because you want to believe, because like hope is very strong, and I feel like the hope that some men provide to women, because they like can literally just have the gift of the gab, can genuinely fuck with your brain so much. Like there were so many times like in my life where like I would be like, listen, I'm getting these DMs from girls that you've done this and you've done that, and they're like, they're lying, they just want to break us up, and then I'd be like, oh, and then they'd just like whim their way back in.
Yeah, that's it.
Now when I look back at that and I think, oh my God, I was so desperate. That's the only way I can explain.
Love, and it's
no,
like
it's desperation.
The fucking love goggles, isn't it?
No, it's desperation. It honestly, now when I look back at it myself and my thingy, I was desperate to be in a relationship, like, and I was desperate to feel that love. Now that I'm so content being single, I'm like, it makes us feel sick. Like when I look and I think the shit that you put up with.
I know, and I've seen it happen to so many people, how lads will just worm their way out of a situation and then the friends can see what's happening, but it is frustrating when the fella's just giving it the gift of the gab, and then
that's just so so bad, and then you think, oh my God, and then it's like frustrating for you to watch as a friend as well. Do you know what I mean? And then,
but you can't get too involved, because I've done that before where I've gotten, I think I may have mentioned this in a previous episode, I got so involved in the situation where I was just like, because I loved my friends so much, and I'm like, this is just so frustrating to watch. And then I ended up falling out with her, but only for like a week. Do you know what I mean? And then we were fine. But like, you need to find a happy medium of that. But sorry, we've gone a little bit off topic here.
Sorry, yeah, we did.
But I think with this, you need to tell her, because this is going to weigh so heavy on you. And even when you're like out with all of them for like drinks and like whatnot, and you don't know, he could have told his friends, like you don't know who he's told, and if that gets back to her through someone else, you can guarantee the friendship will be done, because you haven't come to her directly with it. And even though technically it's not your fault because he kissed you, but you just need to put your big girl panties on, and it'll be fucking anxious telling her, and it'll be awful, but just rip the band-aid off and do it. And hopefully in time she will come to realize, if she doesn't at the time that you tell her, that this is his doing and not yours. And
also as well, like if I was the other girl, like I would really want to know who I was dating. I'm so sorry, like I know that there's sometimes you can be a little bit apprehensive as well. I don't know if that's the right word, I think it just sounded good, but you can be a little
very smart.
It sounded smart, yes. So I said it. I know you can kind of be a bit like wary on like approaching girls, because sometimes girls can be like, again, they can't take the boy side, and then that's what makes you not want to say certain things, because you're like, oh, like, are they gonna, you just think that they're not gonna like side with the girl. Whereas if it was me, I would really want to know who I was dating, like, because my worst fear, honest to God, my worst fear is dating a man that every single woman looks at and goes, oh my God, he's a dog, him. Like, that is my worst fear, honestly. Like he is like, he's so disrespectful. Like, I feel really bad. Like, you know, when like men have these like they have these reputations on like, oh, he cheats on her all the time, and you know, like when you just hear like gossip and stuff like that, and I feel so bad for the woman. I want to save her. I want to save her from that awful man. You know,
and you do hear these situations
quite
a lot.
Of like, you know, like men who have got wives and children who are like cheating on holiday and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my God, like that woman deserves so much better. Like like these men need to be left alone. These men need to be alone.
They do.
It's
and
learn their lesson. And learn their lesson, but unfortunately it just doesn't work like that. And you know what I was actually thinking the other day, like, you know how at the minute there's like that lonely man epidemic or something at the moment, and you know what, I was thinking about it, right? Like, we're probably thinking, oh, it's like the bad men, the men who are treating women like shit, who are like probably lonely and feeling bad, and then like ultimately it's like, yeah, that if you are abusing women, yeah, you should be alone.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm thinking it probably isn't them.
What, you think it's the nice guy who ends up being alone?
Yeah, I think it is.
That makes me really sad.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, not like, I don't know, I just think it's like maybe the shy one, or the one who doesn't maybe the socially awkward one, or...
I did see a podcast clip come up from, I actually forget what podcast it was. It was just a random podcast on my TikTok. And they said, basically, sorry, it wasn't. It was an interview with Sarah Jessica Parker and the other two women, I forget the name, on Sex and the City. And it was an interview. This woman was in her 30s interviewing them, and she was like, look guys, like, do you have any advice? I'm single, I'm in my 30s, but I just keep getting the wrong men. Something along those lines. And they told her, they were like, look, have you ever thought about it, that the men who approach women are the men who are probably the most confident, but confident because they get loads of women, so they're able to approach you, and they end up, not all of them obviously, but they end up kind of being not very nice in the long run. But the quieter men who maybe haven't had great luck with women over the past few years are struggling to approach women because they're not as confident in it, but they're actually the nicer men. So that in turn, like, even when, like, the other day I was out for dinner with my sister, and we were walking in Central to the restaurant, and there was this man, a builder, and he shouted something like, oh, you're right, girls, something. And I was just like, honestly, I turned to my sister and I was like, has he not seen what's going on in the world? Like, fuck off, fuck off, and stop shouting at the two of us walking down the street.
We sat down, catcalling women,
we sat down and we were having lunch outside, and then we were laughing about something, that a similar situation had happened the night before at an event, and then we were discussing that builder doing that, and my sister, obviously she lives at home in Ireland, and we were saying how in Ireland that doesn't really happen a lot back home.
The catcalling?
No, it doesn't really happen back home. I feel like as a country we're very woke and aware of a lot of things that are going on in the world as well. But we were mid-conversation about it, and then two of us had just sat outside having lunch, and this guy approaches us, and he stands over us at the table. Was I telling you this? No, yeah, he stands over us at the table. He was like, oh, you dropped something on the floor, so I thought I dropped my phone or something. So I looked down, he goes, my jaw. And he was like, oh my God, like, what's your name? Like, I'm sat outside with my sister just chilling, and I felt so uncomfortable. But it's crazy how we were mid-conversation talking about these types of situations when this happened.
Do you know? Oh, go on.
And then, basically I was just like, oh, like, leave me alone. Like, I'm in a relationship. Obviously I'm not. But, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like being approached like that. It makes me feel so uncomfortable. And I get it, like, the more confident men may approach, but, like, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know how I've gotten onto this.
But then a question is as well, like, if there's someone that you were attracted to, would it make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so. Like, because I would feel like, oh, you feel very comfortable doing this a lot. Like, okay, why is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then that was it really. But I just think, how did I? Oh yeah, on about like the good men. Maybe not being as confident to come up and talk to you.
Yeah.
So that is the lonely man epidemic. Maybe it's just the good men who just.
I know, that's what like makes us feel bad. Yeah. Because I'm just like, oh, but then at the same, because it's like you do hope that, like, you know, the ones who are like feeling shit or like whatever it is, the ones who are awful to women and whatever, but then it's kind of like, look at all of the times like women's, like, obviously abuse and death and all of that is like skyrocketing. Yeah. And it's like, well, when did you care? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But another thing on catcalling as well, how mad is this? So like, say for instance, like if women were to catcall men are like flattered by it. But again, it's like, because it feels different. I think it's because like women fear men.
Yeah,
do you know
that's
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no kind of like, I mean there might be like in some cases, but genuinely you wouldn't get like men who like fear women, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's just my opinion anyways. But obviously
going
when
back to this dilemma. Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
No, it's all
Yeah,
right.
no, go on.
No, when obviously women catcall men, it's different, and then when men catcall women, it's like
It's
they
scary.
don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is scary. Yeah.
It is thingy, but yeah, I think obviously going back to that dilemma, I definitely think you should tell her. Just because I would want to know. I would want to know who, like, the crack that was going on. And
who I'm sleeping next to in bed every night.
But
like,
expect,
you know what I mean?
she probably will say, why didn't you tell us this before? Because now I'm literally, like, really into this guy and you've told his thingy. But at the same time, like, that's just a thing that you're going to have to
navigate.
Yeah.
But tell her, for sure. But just have an answer ready as to when she will ask you, why didn't you tell me?
Why didn't you tell her?
Why didn't you tell me? But no, like, I get it if it's like anxiety and you just don't know what to do, and then it
think,
festers.
It's not really a big thing, and then it festers a bit more.
Yeah. But yeah, did we have any more dilemmas, or we were just doing one this episode?
One episode, because the last episode was an hour long.
It was, and you know we love
but
to chat.
But if you do like, I mean, this is probably an hour long as well, to be honest.
Yeah, probably is. God only knows how long this is.
I know.
But yeah, I think should we wrap things up here?
Yeah, we shall.
Yeah, guys, that was cutesy. Very cutesy.
Make sure you like, comment, follow, and share as well. Please follow us on YouTube. That would be brilliant.
Yes.
And obviously share any of these dilemmas with your pals if someone's going through something. Make sure you email us. Remember, the email is on the Wild to Mild podcast. Give us a little email. Let us unpick your dilemmas.
Yes, let's do it.
I would love doing this every week now. This is the favourite thing.
This is the favourite thing. And also, we are planning in the next few months to do a little event with like 15, 20 of you. A really cutesy event in London. So we're in the process of planning these things. Hopefully in the next maybe 2 months or so, we'll do a live ep-pod, Pilates, sound bath healing. We'll do it all.
Yes.
So
just make sure that you're DMing us in, because obviously we'll be choosing from like the DMs and who's engaging in the podcast and things like that, and that's who will be invited along, which would be so cute.
It'll be so cute.
Oh my god,
a lovely girly day.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice little girly day. Get to meet some of yous as well, which will be cute.
Yeah, it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
So that's it, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.